What is up, ladies and gents? It's your boy Jermaine, event main on MMA, and today we are checking out a video from BenJMMA. All right, and this video is about Conor McGregor. All right, it's about our boy Conor McGregor, and this, like, we had the Bryce Mitchell situation. Then I wake up in the next morning, and you have Conor McGregor just posting at the time what it just like when white people post these kind of things or say these kind of things, right? And they're just doing it seriously. Like, it wasn't like Vince McMahon had a skit I saw on the internet where he walks up to John Cena and says this, "What's up, my N-word?" You know what I'm saying? He says that. That was a comedy skit, I guess, for the WWE. Conor McGregor starts just throwing the N-word around like freely, like black people. Like, whoa, brother. We've claimed that word. Like certain people have claimed the rainbow flag, regardless of how I feel about rainbows, leprechauns, and pots of gold. None of my feelings don't matter. All right. Me growing up loving pots of gold and leprechauns and shit like that don't mean anything. All right. I'm gonna have to edit out that any. So Conor McGregor goes off, right? And to be honest, when I first saw the rant from Conor, I chuckled a bit, and I was confused because it's like, bro, this fight happened what, like 5-6 years ago? Like, it's been a while, bro. This fight happened like 6 years ago. It's not like he was undefeated until he fought Khabib. He tapped out a couple years prior to that. He tapped out to Nate Diaz. He's lost fights he lost before the UFC. So I don't understand, like I said in the group chat, I don't understand how this fight has had such an impact on him. He should be able to move on. He's lost before. I don't see him going around. He's not still posting about Dustin Poirier, but he's still posting about Khabib. And hopefully this guy talks about it, but if he doesn't, I'll try to touch on it in the end. But these tweets from Conor got pretty dark, all right? It got pretty dark. Let's check this out.
Well, Conor McGregor is in deep shit today, as we all know. And Bryce Mitchell last night, you know, he was getting cancelled for his comments on the H man that I can't say on this app. And we touched on the H man that I can't say on this app.
Let's go back. Oh, shit. Right, there we go. There we go. Okay. I don't know if this guy here can read this tweet out loud, so I will for the kids in the back, ladies and gents. 15 minutes are done, although 15 seconds. Show your wife, nigga. Show your kids, nigga. Cousin fucking motherfucking hiding motherfucker. This nigga's crazy. Yo, crazy. I'm laughing now because it's as in the moment, but this dude is crazy, and hopefully he touches on how gross this tweet is, because it's really tweet. All right. Show us you and your cousin's kids together, because we have kids here in Ireland that want to smoke them in competition. Are they competing, or what are you saying? Ireland versus Dagestan. Where's your offspring? We can't wait to see them. The best of Dagestan offspring. Dagestan. What do we think? Is this true? Who's next? Because Fatso with the coach whistle won't fight. Who the fuck designated this fat bitch as master father? This whole tweet is just gross, bruh. Like, certainly not his own father, Abdul Manap, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. And they all know it in Dagestan. Dagestan think you are pussy lips for retiring. Real Dagestan is forever. You are laughed at behind your back in Dagestan. Lazy you are, they say. Fight me and make $100 million and give it to the entire village of Dagestan. But you won't. Why? Fat, lazy, scared bitch. Lazy fatso. This is Conor.
Mitchell last night, you know, he was getting cancelled for his comments on the hate.
I was going to comment on it, but just reading the whole thing grosses me out. So let's just keep going.
Man that I can't say on this app. And we touched up on that on my TikTok, and the amount of debates that were going off in that comment section just from that alone was crazy. But then today, the dust has settled. I'm thinking of talking about UFC Fight Night tomorrow, and Conor McGregor decides, actually, I don't like Bryce Mitchell. It's almost like he was jealous of the fact Bryce Mitchell got cancelled, so he decided, let me go in there and do it myself. The thing with Conor McGregor is, and I wanted to make this video, I've wanted to make this video for a long time, but I've never quite known how to make it, right? And I always say, Conor McGregor, if anybody ever asked me why I got into MMA, and people from the generation before my generation always used to talk about, I remember seeing the videos, who is going to be the generation that Conor McGregor brings into the sport and gets involved in the sport? I am one of those fans. When Conor McGregor came through that period from probably 2014 to 16, especially 2016, it was just something else. Something else to behold. And when he fought Floyd Mayweather, the spectacle of it, even though he lost, it was something else to behold. When he beat Eddie Alvarez, it was something else to behold. Even Ireland got behind Conor McGregor, but, you know, the UK, separate from his part of Ireland, of course, but the UK in general, English fans especially, like myself, you know, MMA wasn't a big sport over here at the time. We all got behind Conor McGregor. It felt like you were a part of something. And in my opinion, I don't think that fans will ever experience what I personally experienced getting behind Conor McGregor back in the day ever again. I don't think that'll ever get topped. You know, people have to understand the name value that guy had for a certain point in time. For an MMA fighter, not a boxer, he was bigger than every name in boxing and on level with Floyd Mayweather at that stage in his career. Maybe even bigger. You know, it was insane. It was something to behold. But then, you know, he gets his money from the Floyd Mayweather fight and he fights Khabib. And he's drinking going into the Khabib fight. We all know this. He's not really living the same lifestyle you would expect him to live, you know, having years before that, talked about avoiding partying and distractions because it's poison for the mind. And of course, you're allowed to party. You're allowed to do whatever you want, especially when you've made a shit ton of money that Conor McGregor has made. And this video isn't necessarily about me judging Conor McGregor, because I don't want to be, even though Conor's never going to see this video and he wouldn't care what I think anyway, I don't want to be one of them people that judges people on social media. But what I can be is I think I can look at it and just say, that shit to me is just sad. Like, Conor McGregor got a generation of fans into MMA to even choose MMA over boxing, especially over here in the UK, where boxing dominated, and now it doesn't because of Conor McGregor. You know what I'm saying? This guy was an inspiration for so many people, especially in Ireland. And I have spoken to many Irish people in real life that have said, oh, he's not liked over here in Ireland anymore. And it's just so, for me, every time I see him speak, you know, when he's drunken or he's on cocaine, let's be honest, he is. When he does shit like that, I just think, for fuck's sake, like, you know, at one point, you were the fucking man. You know what I mean? And, like, Conor McGregor will be more successful than I ever will be. He's done things in the sport that I could never hope to do. You know what I mean? He has more money than I could ever hope to have. But, man, this guy was meant to be, like, a Muhammad Ali type figure. And I will say how I will compare him to Muhammad Ali. Because he was meant to be held up in that bracket.
Yeah, definitely.
I genuinely think at one point he was meant to be held up in that bracket. And to see that tweet today, just unnecessary. I know Khabib said what he said yesterday about Conor McGregor and that incident with the woman when it came to the Paul Hughes.
I think with Conor, it's a story of what's the I think it's a biblical story. I'm not a religious guy. But it's like, what do they make like a plane or something, or a bird out of clay or some shit, and you fly too high and it starts to melt from the sun and come apart and you fall. This is a lesson of, strive for that height. Strive to fly. But always remember not to fly too high. And Conor is someone who once was a great success story and is now a cautionary tale.
Situation. I know Khabib said what he said the other day, but as well, Conor McGregor's currently trying to clear his name for that. But the stuff he says right now, even if there are things about that court case that happen, certain things in the court case that were a bit weird, it doesn't help his public image doing shit like this. He hasn't fought in such a long time. Like, he pulled out of the Michael Chandler fight because of a broken pinky or pinky toe. I would as well. Look, I would. But, Conor McGregor used to go in fights with, like, torn ACLs or whatever it was he had against Max Holloway. So there's a level of hunger there. I don't know whether it's because he feels like he has nothing else. Maybe he just, he isn't into fighting as much as he lets on. Maybe he just drinks too much. Maybe he just does drugs. And, look, drugs can ruin people's lives. And unfortunately for Conor McGregor.
So this video was made 3 days ago. So that means he didn't see the video yesterday yet, where Conor spits in a man's face. All right. Let me mention that in case I forget. Just yesterday, Conor was out somewhere and somebody yelled, "Let's go, Khabib." Conor turned around, walked up to that dude, spit in his face, and was like, "I just spit on you, and you did nothing." And then he walked away. Like, this man is unhinged. He made this video without even realizing Conor was about to do some crazy shit in a couple days, in a day or two. This is 3 days ago, so the next day he put this video out. Conor spits in some random dude's face.
Or it might be one of those things where it's just happening publicly because he's such a public name. But the way I look at it, just to finish up, because I've just been on a rant about this, I had to rant about it because, to me, as a fan who got into the sport because of Conor, despite when he hit the old man in the bar or when he said like racist things, which obviously, look, as a white guy, don't actually directly affect me, but it's stuff that makes you think, oh, what a knob. You know what I mean? Usually,
that's a weird thing to say. I don't like racism, even if they aren't directly being racist to me. I feel like it affects everybody. I feel like it definitely affects everybody. It's weird, his take on that it doesn't really affect him because he's not the race that Conor is being racist against. There's a lady I used to work with. It was actually not that long ago. I was working in this production area. I was a manager of a cheese department at a grocery store. I was a cheese nigga out here in Wisconsin. Try the Gouda, it's Gouda. Try the cheddar, it's better. That was me on Saturday. No bullshit. That was me on Saturday. And so I would work when I was a manager in the area that I would do production, cutting cheese and whatnot, packaging and all that shit up. It was the same area like people who worked and did like deli platters and shit like that, like all the sandwiches, little sliders and like veggie trays and shit like that. They work in that same area. So long story short, there was a woman in there. And until she started to speak these things to me, all right, I thought everybody was Mexican down there. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be like that. But I thought all these people that I was working with in this room were Mexican. But then when everybody but me and this one lady were there, this lady, I'm not even going to say I'll say she's Colombian. All right. She's Colombian. and let them tell it. There's a long-standing beef between Colombia and Mexico, but I don't, just cut it out. Just cut it out right now. Just cut it out. And she would say not so nice things about the Mexican workers because they're Mexican. And it really, because at first I thought they were all Mexicans. They're all talking with, she's working with them. They're singing songs. Nigga, I'm not even bullshitting. They having fun. And I'm thinking they're all homies. Whole time she's racist against Mexicans. And it affects me. All right. It affects me, bro. I don't want to be around that shit. I want her. I mean, she's probably in her 50s, 60s at this point, probably 50s. I don't think there's something I could say to her to make her go like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be racist. You're right. I never looked at it like that. I shouldn't be openly racist. But it definitely affects me. It affects everybody in this room. When she wasn't around, I would ask other people. Because actually, like, during different parts of the day, there's other people that are working there. And I'd be like, yo, did she ever say anything crazy to y'all? They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, about the Mexicans that were. And they're like, oh, yeah. She says, I hate them. They don't do that. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck? And then I'm thinking, she's talking all this shit behind the Mexicans workers' backs, and meanwhile being their friends, and they just don't even know. Like, I felt so bad because when they're there, she's buddy with them. But then when she wasn't there, they were like, every day she comes in here and acts like we're friends, but as soon as we leave, she comes in and talks, I hate Mexican. I'm like, do you guys know? You guys know she does that, but they treat her with nothing but kindness. All right? Think about that. The whole time I'm sitting here like, she's racist behind their back, and they're aware, and they still treat her with nothing but kindness. Just a lesson on who you are, but her spewing that negativity, that hate toward other people. Why are you trying to put this out there to other people? It affects everybody. It should affect you. It should affect everybody. You could be raising more Bryce Mitchells. It affects everybody. Despite
this stuff, I usually was a fan of his still, but then the more and more things happen, I just think, instead of like, oh, this fucking cokehead, or whatever it is other people say, to me, I just sit back as a guy that got into the sport because of him. I sit back and think, oh, what a shame. Because, you know, he achieved a lot in his career, but he could have been a lot more in my mind. He could have been a lot more. He has a lot of money. You know, fair play to him. He's a baller, you know, whatever. He's got a yacht, he's got a private jet. Fair play to you. But I think he could have meant more to people. And I think people are going to look back on Conor McGregor's career as in, to maybe think,
caution.
We could have got more.
Well, we definitely could have got more
in his career. And as a person, it could have been more of an inspiration. You know, it could have been. And it's not his, listen, the burden of expectation from other people can sometimes wreck other people. I don't know. I don't know why Conor McGregor is the way he is. Don't know him. But I do think it's sad. And
I don't want to
could have had, in a different timeline, an inspiration to many people. But what we got instead was what he is now. Which, fair play to him, he's successful, but I don't know. Let me know what you lot think in the comments. Goodbye.
Let's check out this video of Conor spitting in this dude's face. Let's see it one more time.
Spit in your face, what you do, nothing.
That shit is crazy. It's funny because the dude, let's just wait. I'll pause it when we get there. The guy yells, "Let's go, Khabib!" And right here, this guy is smiling, hands in his pocket, as if Conor's about to come have a playful moment with him. I don't know why he thought, oh, ha, ha. This is the look of this guy's face, is that Conor's about to come have a playful moment with him. I don't know. Y'all play these games. I'll win silly prizes, man. That dude, I don't know, man. That dude looks a lot older than Khabib. Just walked up on this graying man over here and spit in his face. It's just weird. It's just weird. It's weird that this fight is still affecting him so many years later. It's crazy. I don't know where he is in this video. I know in America, that's a felony. Kind of looks like Las Vegas. That dude definitely got a lawsuit on his hand if that's the case. If this is America, I don't know how these laws work other places. I don't know how the laws work other places. This is America, that's a fucking felony right there. He's spitting that man's face on camera. And repeated, I just spit in your face and you did nothing. He said it quiet, then he turned, he walked, took a step, turned back. I just spit in your face and you did nothing. Took a step, turned, can't look back. I just spit in your face and you did nothing. He said it 3 times. All right. There ain't no question. This dude is out of control. It's a shame. It's a shame who this man has become. I'm not sure what comes of Conor. I thought we were going to get a little different information from BenJMMA, but I didn't see at the time when I started watching the video that it was 3 days ago. So he didn't have a chance to get this, to even mention this. This is before, he put that video up before this even happened. Conor's out of control. That tweet is out of control. I was looking into it. So when Conor talks about Khabib married to his cousin, I saw this article, Abdul Manap, when he was alive, he was talking about it. Khabib is married to his cousin, all right? Her last name is Nurmagomedov, and Khabib's dad was saying how her last name was Nurmagomedov before she married Khabib. It would have changed to that, but like once they got married, if it wasn't, but it was already her last name. They are cousins, and they are saying that pretty much in the village that they all grew up in, pretty much everybody is related. All right, pretty much everybody is related. So when Conor's tweet, right? Let's go back to BenJMMA.
Well, Conor McGregor is in deep shit today, as we all know.
Right there. So when Conor tweets, show your wife, nigga, show your kids, nigga, cousin fucking motherfucker, what he's implying here, right? He in another tweet, he talks about how he wants Khabib's kids to compete and fight his own healthy children. He keeps calling them inbred. And I mean, they are all cousins. So the show your wife, show your kids, nigga, he's implying that there might be something like medical issues wrong with Khabib's wife and or children. That's why he's saying show your wife, show your kids. Because he's saying his children are healthy in another tweet. He's like, my healthy children are ready to compete against yours. Like, this whole thing ain't like it's a weird, like, show your wife. I thought it was just because of the religion Like I saw the like wedding photos where she's completely covered. You know what I'm saying? You can't see Khabib's wife just because of their religion. And I thought that's what the show your wife thing, because you can see on the bottom here where it quotes, "Your wife is a towel mate." That was Conor's original tweet. When the photos and stuff came out of Khabib getting married, he said, "Your wife is a towel mate." All right, so that's what I thought he was alluding to with the show your wife, nigga. But no, he's alluding to he believes there might be some medical issues, and it's just gross, bro. It's fucking gross. My healthy children they want to compete against yours, dude. It's weird. It's just weird to me. But let me know what you guys think about this dumpster fire that is Conor McGregor. Maybe I'm wrong, all right? Maybe you guys should defend your boy in the comments, but I think I'm out. I'm out on Conor, ladies and gents. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I will see you guys when I see yous guys. I'll holla.